Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here, back doing a best of 3 Modern Horizons 3 draft. Alright, we've got Party Thrasher. Non-creature spells you cast from exile have Convoke. At the beginning of your pre-combat main phase, you may discard a card. If you do, exile the top 2 cards of your library, then choose one of them. You may play that card this turn. This seems awesome. 2 mana 1/4 is a weird body, but that's a great ability. Non-creature spells you cast from exile have Convoke. Do I have spells I can... Oh, I see. The spells I cast from exile are the ones I'm exiling on the top of my library. But you can do it to other exiled spells, too. I mean, this card's amazing. I think it's great. You can get rid of your lands, and you do it on your pre-combat main phase, though, which I guess is a little bit weird. But you can still cast it this turn, so it doesn't really matter. Definitely going to take that. Barbarian Ring's actually a good throwback card that's good. Petrifying Meddler, yes. Eldrazi's good, obviously. And Void Bouncer's good. I mean... all of these. Galvanic Discharge, good. Pinnacle Monk, land, but I feel good about taking a 2-drop that's got some excellent abilities. All right, this is a reprint too, I think. Fledgling Dragon. It's +3/+3, and this lets you discard, which actually helps Fledgling Dragon plan. I like that. What else is in here that's worth mentioning? Got 2 Inventor's Axes, which is kind of awkward. Whenever another creature artifact you control is put into a graveyard from the battlefield. It's cool with Fabricate, actually, because you get presumably a little chump blocker out of it. This card is actually good. You get an artifact, you get 2 bodies out of 1. I could see taking the Apprentice here. I haven't really played the artifact deck yet either. So this still makes an artifact and has way more upside, considering you can just drain your opponent out just chilling on this card. So it's definitely better than Drawsclaw, I would say. The dragon stays on color and does have flying. That being said, I'm not blown away by this card. I think I'm going to take the Apprentice. Yeah, I like that. I mean, this is removal, but I tend to go for more uncommons and stuff like that just because they typically are a little better. Pick 3, Devourer of Destiny. You may reveal this card from your opening hand. If you do at the beginning of your first upkeep, look at the top 4 of your library, put one of those cards back on top of your library, exile the rest. When you cast a spell, exile target permanent that's 1 or more colors. I mean, 7 mana, 6/6 that exiles something is pretty good. Otherwise, in black and red, we have, what's this? Glimpse the Impossible. Exile top 3. You may play those cards this turn. So this actually synergizes with the Thrasher. At the beginning of the next end step, if any of those cards remain exiled, put them in your graveyard. Create Eldrazi spawn creatures for each card put in your graveyard this way. Well, it's kind of cool. It's a little expensive. Otherwise, Drowner of Truth. You get some... It's a land as well. I'm going to go with the rare. I mean, WinCon that exiles something with more potential upside does seem pretty good. All right, so now we have Roshin, Roaring Prophet. 4 mana, 4/4. Enters mill 6. Well, mill 6 is not always that easy, but you may put a card with X in its mana cost from among them into your hand. So you have to have other X spells, which we don't have currently. Reveal any number of cards with X in their mana cost in your hand. Add 2 for each card. Okay, I mean, cool, but that's a tough build around. This is expensive, but it's got Cascade. Void Pouncer is a cheap Eldrazi. I like that it's both cheap. Potentially, this Accursed Marauder is pretty sweet removal, actually. They can't sack... I guess I'd rather play red, huh? But I'm going to go with the removal. Just the fact that they can't sack tokens is, in my opinion, pretty relevant. All right, Revitalizing Repass potentially opens me up for a green splash, but also is spell land, which is good. Harbinger of the Seas. Non-basic lands are islands. Well... currently don't need that. Worn Power Stone's really not bad. What's this Ember Mage do? It's legendary. 6 mana, 4 enters, deals 4 damage to any target. Okay, that seems good. Discard another card named... Okay. Well, it is a 6 mana, 4/4, deal 4 to something, which is pretty good. Otherwise, cheap mana with Worn Power Stone is also very nice. And this makes your expensive stuff cheaper, which is cool. Pretty awesome for an Eldrazi deck. It's still early enough where I could go more of an Eldrazi build. I think I will. I mean, I got past Devourer of Destiny, and this is a pretty good Lord effect. Like, now we could take Blurker and feel pretty good about it. Another Ember Mage in here. This is more of a, I guess Eldrazi's more like blue, green, but getting past this is pretty good. I mean, we got Devourer already. This makes it cheaper, which is nice. And it makes all your colorless creatures bigger too, which is amazing with all the spawns you can make. So, yeah, maybe we'll just take the Lurker. For that cycle effect alone. So, Symbiote, untap creatures and stuff. We could take a Marauder, a second one. Could take the Seething Landscape. It helps for these pesky spells we want to cast here. And it fixes for everything we have currently. I think I'm okay with that. Take some fixing, and it's pretty rare you don't end up with enough playables. Affinity for Artifact would have been kind of cool, but I mean, what did we get? It That Heralds is 4th pick. Maybe that's where it's supposed to be, but it felt good. Sage of the Unnoble. I mean, it's a ramp effect for these 7 drops too. You can activate abilities off of it. Or we could just take another Landscape. I'm going to take the Landscape. Just get more colorless ramp lands. Okay. Well, we can take the Ember Mage. Yeah, I'm okay with it. Otherwise, I take a Pinnacle Monk. Do you get instants and sorceries back from your graveyard to your hand? We don't have any yet, but doesn't mean it wouldn't be useful. I don't love Tamiyo Meets the Story Circle, but this card seems fine to me, especially if we're wheeling more. Then you actually can get... Because didn't we see like 3 of them? Oh, you have to sack 2 mountains too. But it's 4 damage to any target, so you can actually win the game with that without paying anything. We could take the dragon now. I mean, it's got flying. Otherwise, Drossclaw is quite a bit cheaper, but we'd probably take the uncommon flyer. Am I right with that? I love Colossal Dreadmask. I think it's a great card. You can get any land with this, but also just taps for colorless. I love Colossal Dreadmask. I think it's an amazing card, especially with your big fatties that want to get through. So Meteoric Mace. We don't have anything like amazing we can cascade into. It kind of serves the same purpose as Dreadmask. I think Dreadmask is just better. All right, well, we got Skoa back, which is kind of cool. So we actually have 2 of them. All right, Gioti, Moog Ancient. 4-mana, 2/4, and enters. Make a 1/1 green forest dryad land creature token for each time you cast your commander from the command zone this game. So this isn't commander, so it's kind of a weird one. At the beginning of each combat, land creatures you control get +X/+X, where X is Jyoti's power. Well, we don't have any land creatures. How about Thief of Existence? 3-mana, 3/4. When you cast it, exile a non-creature, non-land permanent opponent controls with mana value 4 or less. If you do, it gains when this creature leaves the battlefield, target opponent draws a card. Well, I mean, hard to go wrong with a Spawn Gain Commander too. This is sweet. This card's so good too. But I'm going to go with the Thief of Existence. They're both amazing. But yeah, the Thief is a little bit cheaper. And it's just creatures that are removal spells. It's really hard to go wrong with that. So we'll take it. Make our Devoid stuff cheaper as well. Having 2 Skoas is kind of funny. I mean, I suppose you could have a bunch of them, but sacking 2 mountains isn't always the easiest and limited. So, 7-mana, 2/2 lifelink for each black and a cost. You may pay 2 life rather than pay that mana. Whenever you cast a black spell, put a counter on it. It's actually not that good. I thought this would be better. Null Drifter is pretty sweet. Yeah, it's hard to go wrong with this, I think. If you, at worst, a Divination, and then at best, 7-mana, 4/4 flyer, Annihilator 1 that draws 2. That's pretty amazing. Tusker's in here too. Brood Scale's in here, but I'm going to go with the rare. I mean, if we're going to play Eldrazi, we gotta take them. Another Roshin. Invert Polarity. This card is actually pretty sweet. You can gain, you either counter a spell or you gain it, which is pretty amazing. This fixes for all our colors, so I could take that. Because right now we're like blue, green, black, red, which is a lot of colors. Probably just need the one Dread Mask. This land actually fixes for 2 of our colors. Double blue is going to be tough, although, you know, I don't need to be playing Lion. Yeah, I don't need to be playing that. I don't know if I need to play the Dragon either. I'm gonna actually take the rare here because I think we're gonna get one of these lands back. I think this is amazing. Like if they're paying for a 7-drop, you're either countering it or stealing it. I imagine if you're stealing it, you're gonna win. Urge's Incubator. Choose a creature type. Creature spells of the chosen type cost 2 less to cast. So I guess this could, if you have enough Eldrazi, this on turn 3 and then turn 4 you have access to 6, potentially 7 mana if you didn't hit that Herald's the End on turn 2. That's pretty strong. I don't know if we're going to have enough to really make that work, but what am I giving up for it? No, not too much. Oozewag's pretty good. I guess I'll take the Incubator. So if we don't end up, we won't play it if we don't end up with enough Eldrazi, but it is pretty cool. So this is black and green. So technically, if we do end up playing black, which I'm not 100% convinced we're going to, it might just be smarter to go for more of like a blue, red, green plan. Yeah. In which case, blue, red, or green, blue. This is expensive to sack. Charge bug, we don't need the power. I guess I'll take Seeding Landscape. Another Skull Ember Mage. I mean, that's a tough one. I don't know if I want to do another one. You have to mill 3 with that. Serum Visionary is pretty sweet, actually. 3 mana, 2/2 draw a card, scry 2. So it's got a little preordain on top of it. I mean, granted, the grandeur effect does work if you have multiples, but that's not so easy to use. Sacking 2 mountains in a 3-color deck, not so easy. So I'll just take a Serum Visionary here. Furnace Hellkite. So affinity for artifacts, which we don't have enough of. Could take the Hydra. What's nice about this is you could just stick it on one of your Eldrazi and all of a sudden it's got Reach and Trample. So I'm okay with that. We don't have enough artifacts to support this, I don't think. I mean, if you have 1 artifact, it's pretty fair price, but I'll take the Hydra. All right. Well, I guess I'll take a Charge Bug, but we really don't want to play it. I'm just cutting red at this point. We're too far down the Eldrazi path, I think, to backpedal out of that. Although, Nightblade is actually pretty sweet in black. All right, destroy target land. They search your library for a basic land, put it on the battlefield. Oh, yeah, this makes it so they can't block. That's amazing, yeah. Creatures without flying can't block, but still, that's really good. We don't need a bestow aura. So, yeah, this is, I mean, it's hard to go wrong with this. That's pretty amazing. That can win games. A land that can win you games is pretty good. I'll just take the rare here. There's no way we play it, but I'm not playing any of this, so. All right, Perilous Landscape. We actually got a fixer, so that's pretty nice, actually. And getting Oozewag back is nice, too. I mean, probably. I guess we technically could play this. I don't want to, but if I have to. All right, Emperor of Bones. Exile up to 1 target creature card from your graveyard. It adapts for 2. Whenever 1 or more +1/+1 counters are put on it, put a creature card exiled with it onto the battlefield under your control with a finality counter on it. Wow. That's pretty strong. You do have to sack it after that, but still. Whenever you cast a creature spell with mana value 4, 5, or 6, create Eldrazi's. Whenever you cast a creature spell with mana, that's pretty sweet. We already have 3 7-drops. Could find some more. Repurposer. Yeah, that's really good too. I could see taking the Unsealing. Because we have some 4, 5s, and 6s for sure too. Breather last, not going to do that. All right, well, waited too long, but that's okay. Oh, that's kind of cool. 3 red, it's going to be tough, though. Could take the horrific assault, or just take another lurker. I mean, I'm okay playing all these 7 drops if we're actually going to do incubator and we want, you know, unsealing and It That Heralds the End to really be maximized. Plus the fact that they have built-in cycling. It just really makes them good commons. We'll see if we can get the landscape's like the perfect land for us too, but I actually kind of want these 7 drops, to be honest. All right, Breaker of Creation, yeah. Let's take it. I mean, got the incubator, got the It That Heralds the End. Thought we had some other means to fix too, but or Spawn Gang Commander, yeah, this is pretty amazing too. Quite a bit cheaper. That's true. But we want the 7 drop synergies, I thought. Annihilator 2. It's only an 8/4 though. I could see it. You know what? I almost feel like the Spawn Game Commander might just be better. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Commander. It's also devoid, I imagine, right? Yeah, we could take another Invert Polarity. Fanged Flames. 4 damage to a creature or Planeswalker. It's pretty amazing. Shapeshifter in here, probably don't need that. Meddler's good. I'm going to take the Polarity. It might be greedy, but that's a sexy way to win the game. Do we have a deck yet? I guess we're still technically short on playables, but I definitely want more fixing too. Might have to take this Perilous Landscape. This has to do with energy. We don't need this Shapeshifter. Void Pouncer's cheap because we don't have anything cheap going on in this deck. That's actually pretty dangerous. Maybe I need the Void Pouncer. It's just more... I'm worried we're not going to have enough early games, so... Reform. Don't need the Skyclaw. Probably here we can take Landscape pretty easily, I think. Could take another Hydra. Or we could take the Cave, but no, I'll take the Hydra. Could take Unfathomable Truths. Counter target multicolored spell, destroy target multicolored permanent. It's probably a good sideboard card, but I think we're going to main deck Unfathomable Truths, so. Furnace Hellkite. Well, artifact count is pretty low. So Junk Diver doesn't do much either. We're not in black. Probably take the resistance for sideboard. It makes sense. Symbiote, we don't need that. Mog Mob, it's going to be a tough one to cast, but maybe in the right matchup if we really thought we could get triple red. Fledgling Dragon, I don't even know if we're playing the first one. I don't think we're super easily going to get Threshold, unfortunately. Shrieking Drake, well, I'll have to take a look at how many Enter the Battlefield effects we have, but I'll consider it. So green almost is non-existent in this deck outside of trying to make a double green with Dreadmask work, but I do think Dreadmask just really is a way, I mean, that's just a nice way to win. You stick that on one of your 7 drops and not to mention you get a win con out of it. It's very good. So we only have to make 3 cuts if I run 17 lands. Oh, we didn't get that many spell lands either. Did we just get 1? All right. Yeah, I'm a little concerned about this deck, to say the least. We honestly, yeah, we're just not doing that much early is the problem. So I should have taken the 2-drop 0/4s. I think that would have helped. So we have a lot of 6 drops. I guess technically I can cut green from this deck, can't I? Because the only green spells I have are just Dreadmask, Oozewag. Oh, but I want to cast the Thief. Yeah. That's true. I could keep the Hydras too, I guess. Because I have... Oh, I only have 1 land that gets me green. All right, maybe I'm off the thief playing even though I think it's good. Cut these. And that way, if I'm 2-color, I can actually play Mog Mob. That's not bad. But then I am like out of playables after that. And I have to play Shrieking Drake. And I have to play Sarpadian Simulacrum. That's problematic. All right, well, I have 3 black fixers. I mean, Nightblade is cool with Eldrazi spawn. But is it worth it? Maybe not. Because I don't really want to play Simulacrum or Shrieking Drake. Because I don't have a lot of Into the Battle. I don't really want to play these Fledgling Dragons either. Yeah, this deck did not turn out quite as good as I would have liked. I have the invert polarities, but that means I also have to go pretty deep blue. Ugh. I might have to play black. And then I guess if I play black, I can do Marauder, Apprentice, and Nightblade. And that way I can cut. I just don't think I'm going to get Threshold. This is just overpriced 2/2 flyer. So maybe I have to cut the dragons. And I have to play Drake and Simulacrum. And I have to try and make a triple red work. Jeez. Yeah, I don't love this situation. I mean, I can play Simulacrum. At least it's like a damage spell, I guess. How many Eldrazi do I even really have? 7? Yeah, I almost think Incubator is going to end up being a trap in here too. I don't even know if I have enough Eldrazi to make it worth my time. I could keep the Thief of Existence in just because Shrieking Drake really does... Well, so it has synergy with Spawn Game Commander. I guess it has synergy with Ember Mage, sort of. I suppose it has synergy with Devourer of Destiny. I mean, we do have some Enter the Battlefield effects. It's just... Kurtzman, Marauder. I feel like Marauder almost always sacrifices itself, though. Not many times you're going to be bouncing it back. Could try 4-color, but these high-colored cards are going to be real tough to cast. Huh. I can run 18 lands, too, because I guess I'm already technically running 18 lands. 15, 16, 17. Yeah, if you include the Eruption. But we have quite a few 7 drops, so... But we have card draw too, and we have the... I might just play 18 lands and cut like maybe the Drake. And then color-wise we've got mostly red, blue, and then a little bit of black. So mostly red, we've got 6, 9, 10, 11 red, 2, 5 black, and 4, 7, 8 blue. 11 red, 8 blue. It's actually pretty good. 5 black. Surprisingly good. And I guess it's 12 red with the Eruption. But we have triple red. We have a lot of double red. And we have, I guess, technically Grandeur Ember Mage. I would be surprised if I ever did it, but it's an option. Other option is to go more green instead of black, in which case maybe it makes more sense to just make some huge hydras instead of going for like, yeah, this gives me more early plays, but early plays on the splash is pretty awkward. I almost feel like I should just go for more. Oh yeah, the problem was I don't have the green fetches. Got one green fetch. It does make the mana quite a bit worse. I just think the green is so much better than the black. That's the problem. Because if I go green, I can do Dread Mask, I can do Hydras, and I can do Oozewag. And I'm cutting Maraudus, that thing. It's just a very ugly mana base at that point. It is a very ugly mana base. Because this is basically 4 green for 1, 2, 3, 4 spells is not going to work. But we have 8, 9, 10. So we have 11 red though. So I can go down to maybe 10 red, 5 green. 5 green's going to still be tough to cast. Dread Mask though. Oh, well, I need a Thief of Existence too. That's right. So maybe we cut the Dread Mask then. That makes sense, because the Hydra does basically the same thing as the Dread Mask. You pay 1 billion mana and just give your guy trample. That actually makes sense. Then the green splash is much more reasonable. 5 green for 4 spells isn't great, but we still end up with enough blue. 7, 8 blue, 10 red, 5 green. It's going to have to do. So if we can survive, this deck can get there. But yeah, this deck didn't come together quite the way I wanted it to. We just, not enough early game is a big problem. But this is what we got. So we're going to run it like this and see what we can do. We'll see you round 1. All right, we'll play first. Don't have our green, but we have double invert polarity, and we have Party Thrasher. This card seems real good. So turn 2 Thrasher. Currently don't even want to discard anything. So I'll get my blue mana first, so that way I have guaranteed polarity on turn 3 and 4 to start stealing as needed. I guess if there's one nice thing about this deck, double invert polarity is pretty sweet. Cancel plus. So we'll get our blue. And we'll go, oh, I got all of our colors. That's nice. Grist is good. So, do I want to discard anything? I need double red. I need double blue. Guess I don't want to discard anything. As weird as that is. And I feel like the longer the game goes, the better it is for me. So if I don't have to counter, I would prefer not to. Ooh, I want to steal that. Nice. Love it. Beautiful. All right, now we can discard island. Thief of Existence. Oh, I don't have the colorless for it though, do I? Whoops. Well, I wouldn't have been able to do Ember Mage either, I guess. Yeah, I don't know if I want to thrash until I have 7 mana either. Because then I might be exiling my valuable spells, kind of like what I just did there. I would have much rather drawn those. So, I mean, I can deal with that with my snake, so I think I'm going to allow it. So I'm actually going to decline because, like I said, we actually kind of need 7 lands. But I'll just be patient here. Nobody expects the second invert polarity. Nobody. I'll see if I can steal that. It's a weird concession, but we'll take it. So obviously the polarity's good. Creatures of the chosen type. So I'm trying to think what other creature types my Eldrazi are, but I basically have to name Eldrazi. I guess I forgot that invert polarity, if there's one thing that's nice about this deck, it's that invert polarity is pretty dirty. And we did end up with some rare Eldrazi too, which is nice. Our little damage spells are good. I mean, they did not have a quick start there, so that's the nice thing. If we can survive, our late game is pretty good. Okay, well, we got a blue. We got turn 3 polarity. Kind of telegraphing it, I suppose, but I don't know if it matters. For some reason, when I first read this, I thought you get 3 cards and 3 Eldrazi. I feel like they could have done that, but that's okay. Not a big deal. All right, let's get our blue. All right, let's get blue. Well, I'm going to have to deal with that. Definitely telegraphing a invert polarity, so I might have to take a little 3 beating for a little bit, but at least we're making land drops. That's good. And like I said, the longer the game goes, I feel good. If they don't cast anything, I'll take a 3 beating for a while. I'm fine with that. Like I said, our deck does good in the late game, so if they're not progressing their board, I'm okay with that. I'll take 3 for a little bit. And they're not playing lands either, so that's a good sign. So we'll do Thief now and just eat their Watchdog here. Wait, why didn't I eat it? Oh, it's non-creature, non-land permanent. Whoopsie. Choose a card name. Oh, they're gonna name Polarity. That's kind of funny. We still have the mana for it. I guess I have to draw land or I can't cast it. It's kind of funny. It's actually a reasonable defense against that. Well, it's got Vigilance. I'm blocking. They can do whatever they need to do. I'm alright with it. multiple disruptor flutes. Are they gonna name another one? That's it's pretty funny actually. So I think I'm gonna pay the 3 life, and that way I can just play an Ember Mage and kill Watchdog here. Alright. Now we're in mana from Null Drifter as well, which is nice. Serum Visionary is not bad. Could also do Unfathomable Truth. So I can't cast this one yet. I can do the Spawn Gain Commander. That could be the best. This helps me hit a land drop though, which is nice. So does this. But this gets me closer. Yeah. We just want to hit our land drops here, I think. So I've got 2 red, 2 green, 2 blue. So I don't have to sack the landscape. That's nice. Okay. Well, if Ember Mage dies, I can cast another one, but actually, yeah, let's see what they do here. Okay. It's gonna make it kind of tricky. So if I stick the Hydra on the Ember Mage, then I got a huge dude for their Chrysalis. Let's just see if they sack him now here. All right. Eight mana. So I can do Visionary plus Commander. It's probably worth it. No, I definitely don't like the way they tap there. So we'll do Visionary. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So Visionary. I mean, I can also do the Hydra and just... I'm okay with this, though. This is fine. Well, we don't need an incubator anymore. Polarities, 3, 6. I guess I can actually cast them now. If I can cast them, then I guess why not? All right, and then we'll do the Commander. This way I can triple block a Chrysalis, I guess, but I don't know if that's necessarily worth it. I might just stick a couple Eldrazi in front of him for now. Yeah, that's actually not bad. Don't have the triple red yet for Mog Mob. That's kind of interesting. That's not the end of the world. No trample though, that's good. So we'll just chump for now. I have 2 cards left, which means I will have to actually cast something here. So I think we'll do the Hydra for 1 billion. One, 2, 3. Yeah, we get a 7. Guess we can do it on the Visionary. Yeah. All right. And then I just need to survive long enough to leave up invert polarity. All right. No problem. I can deal with that. Yeah, we're actually okay. I think we've actually stabilized, believe it or not. So now I'm just in full-fledged chill mode. I got 2 polarities. I can cast them. 3, 6. Yep, I got 9 mana. So we're just hanging out. We are just hanging out. Guess I could have killed the Gargantua. That's true. But then I would have had to lose my other Immermage. Yeah, I don't love that. So they can't really cast anything. Mm-hmm. Wonder if I have to cycle the Lurker? I don't really want to, but... Alright, land's actually good, believe it or not. So we have 3, 6, 9, 10, technically 12 mana. So I could cast a 3-drop plus leave up polarity. It doesn't really do all that much for me though. It's funny that we've made the game last long enough where we can actually cast a 9 mana invert polarity. All right, might actually sack the, get another red. Hopefully, yeah, I've got another red in here somewhere, right? I must, yeah. All right, so that way I can actually do Mogmob plus leave up invert polarity. That's pretty good. I guess I can adapt it now. Simulacrum 2 is not bad, but I think we'll do the triple red. So they have 5 attackers. We have 5 blockers. But we don't die to all their attackers either, so it's kind of an important distinction. And we can still cast Invert Polarity, so sacking our Eldrazi is kind of a big deal here, but hey, if we're keeping them off spells for now, I'm cool with it. All right, no plays. So we'll another lurker. All right. Well, I want to play these 7 drops, but could actually do the Null Drifter, I guess. Yeah. I mean, I guess I can just keep playing spells. I guess I'm not in a huge rush. I have 1 less card in my deck. As long as we can leave up 9 mana, we're okay. Guess I'll blow up the Rhino. All right. So 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 mana. I don't even know. 9, it'd be basically my whole mana base in order to do Lurker plus Polarity. I mean, this nets me 1, so really it costs like 6. So it's 3, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm still short of doing all the stuff and things, so we're just gonna hang out. How many lands I got left? Huh? 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So we ran 18, so we still have 4 lands left. Well, Thrasher's not the best. Because I don't really want to discard anything. So it could actually attack for 9 here. Because this way I'm leaving up Polarity. I have A lot of blockers. So we'll kill a Chrysalis. And then we still have a 7/8. We have another Nyxborn Hydra in here somewhere. I mean, I presume I counter most things. Yeah, we'll go for it. Pay our 9. Didn't steal it, but 9 mana cancel. All right, so they got us. All right, nice one. Guess I can take 5. Would I rather have the extra mana? 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, if I draw a land, I can play both of these. So maybe... No, but I'm going to need more blockers, huh? Yeah. We'll keep... I guess we'll keep the... We'll just take 5, I guess. They have trample, we're dead too. All right. Sounds good. We'll go to game 3 here. Basically, I just couldn't survive long enough to cast my 9 mana counter plus my 7-drop lurker. So, tough one. Yeah, tough one. This actually does hit things against them, doesn't it? Just the flutes, though? Yeah, I don't know if that matters enough. Because I could do the Dread Masks. The game probably goes long. Probably. We'll see. Double green's tough, but we'll go for it. I do think Dread Mask could mean the difference when these got huge dudes I'm worried about. Alright, we'll play first. They'll probably be on the draw and be fine, to be honest, but we have all 3 of our colors, so that's nice. So we'll do the Simulacrum. Get a couple blue mana here, or 1 blue, and then, yeah, that's fine. And then we have Polarity up. I just realized my hand was 6 lands and a Simulacrum, and I kept. Well, if I was going to draw anything, I think the Unfathomable Truce is a pretty good draw, actually, for a land-heavy hand. All right. Well, he can't adapt that until turn 4, so I guess that's good. So I can blow up his land too. It's kind of cool. kind of like it, actually. Is that ridiculous? Oh, they get another basic land, though. Never mind. Never mind. It's not Stone Rain. Hmm. So we'll do it. We'll blow it up on their turn, even though it gives them more options. I'm going to block, though, because we know they have the indestructible spell or whatever, so that's fine. I think it's only 1 mana, so they can still do it. I'm fine if they don't cast anything either. Alright, I'm okay with that. Oh, I actually drew the invert polarity, huh? Alright. Huh. It was a weird choice. Huh. Well, we're not leaving invert polarity up now, but I killed the thing I wanted to kill. And I can get another blue mana now and do unsealing plus leave up polarity, which is not bad. I'm okay with that. Well, Theomancer I'm less cool with, but what are you going to do? So we'll get our blue mana, yeah. Thrasher, that's not bad either. So I can't actually do Thrasher. That's all right. We'll do Unsealing. And then we'll leave up Polarity. All right, that heralds the end, which is actually a nice draw, because now we can do this and leave up polarity again. So they can get back if they have a way to play it from the graveyard, which I guess we didn't. I don't think we saw anything in the first 2 games that let them do that. Yeah, I might just trade for Grist here. All right. Dread Mask. Well, not quite there yet, but we can at least do the Eruption. Could sack the Landscape for another red, because then I can do Thrasher. Another option is just do Truths now. I think I'm going to do that. Honestly. Because now, I mean, with Lurker, I'm going to draw 3. So that just feels pretty good. Because they currently don't have a board I'm super afraid of. I mean, they probably have some fight shenanigans up, but that's all right. So I kind of want this for colorless mana, because I do have actual colorless spells. I guess I can blow up Opheomancer too is another option. So I've got some options here. I'm just going to take it. All right. So put a shield counter on it. That's okay. Oh. Disruptor Fleet. All right, that's fine. Still do the polarity, no big deal. All right, so options now. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have like 9 mana. So I could do Thrasher plus the Drownyard Lurker. I feel like they're just going to immediately kill the Lurker, but I'm drawing 3 more cards, so I don't even know if that matters. So why don't we do the Lurker first? Draw 3, but I actually need the red mana in order to do the Thrasher follow-up. Yeah. So let's do Thrasher first. And then I guess we gotta do land plus Lurker. So I guess we'll do Lurker first. But we gotta leave up. We just have to play our lands, unfortunately. So let's do Lurker, but they're tapping all my red, which I don't want. So we'll do 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let me do Lurker. Get another blocker. And then I do Thrasher. And sack 1. Okay. That's pretty good. So they're going to immediately fight the Lurker, and then we'll probably block. We'll chump block the Rhino and block the Opheomancer if they attack with everything. And then follow-up play is probably Spawn Gain Commander to make a ton of Eldrazi. Yeah. So, no big deal. Knew it was coming. See if they have more removal. If they do, I guess we're in a little trouble, but it might just mean I have to... Well, I was going to say have to cast the Ember Mage. We'll see. It does give me more chumpers, too. I mean, I get the most bodies out of Spawn Gain Commander, so that might just be the smartest. All right, what do you know? They did, in fact, have multiple removal spells, but that's all right. So we'll block the Rhino, prevent the most damage, take 3. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 9 mana. All right. So 9. So if I do Ember Mage, I get 3 more, or 2 more. So go land. Ember Mage, kill Rhino. Using all my red mana. So I don't want to do that. but I only have 3 red, so I'm not going to be able to do the commander as well, which is important. So yeah, that is actually a little more tricky. I can do Spawn Gang, but I only have 1 untapped. Oh, it's colorless for that. All right, well that means I could do blocks plus, huh. I kind of feel like we want the Ember Mage here. And then maybe, I don't want to waste my Hydra though. Well, I get some chump blockers out of this too, so I guess it's okay. So we'll kill the Rhino, I guess. Just so they have less attackers. And we'll chill. All right. Visionary, so let's get another red down there. So 3, 6, 9, 10, 12 mana. So I can actually do Commando and leave up invert polarity. That's pretty good actually. 4, 5, no. We want to leave up our colorless. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. Then we can do Commando. Okay. That's good. Now actually we could just throw him at his face because it's any target. Technically I have enough to kill him with that alone. And we have invert polarity up, so I guess I have to sack an Eldrazi to do invert polarity, but that's not a big deal. We're still super far ahead here, I think. So we'll actually block. And no. Yeah, that's fine actually. That's fine. All right. Ooh, Devourer. Oh, that's a good one. So we got 3, 6, 9, 10, 11. So we can do Devourer, exiling Gargantua. I think we just chill. Let's just do Visionary, leave up, invert polarity, and throwing a bunch of stuff. Oh, we got our other green mana. Oh, definitely keeping both of those. Thank you. No rush. So we got 3 mana left. I left the mana up. I'm gonna see if I can take it here. All right, we got it. That's nice. Hey, we'll take it. See you for round 2. Round 2. Well, it's kind of awkward. I think we're gonna keep though. It's tough to mull a hand that's got all of our colors. So we'll get a blue first. Oh, well, we'll get a red first. So I guess it makes more sense to do the incubator for the ramp aspect rather than the unsealing. It probably makes sense. Ooh. Dang. That's some good ones in there. Now we can get our blue. Attack for 1. We'll need a second red, but we'll hopefully figure that out. So incubator into unsealing. Huh. Huh. All right, get our blue mana. Void Pouncer, huh? Well, we can cast that, I guess. Instead of incubator? Well, I want to do incubator now, and this costs 2 less to cast, so that means next turn doesn't reduce kicker, but that means it'll be only 4. So I could do this as a 4 mana 5/3. All right, that's worth it. So let's just do the incubator then. And name Eldrazi. Mana 5/3, not bad, with trample, no less. Oh, and haste. 5 mana, trample haste, pretty good. Stick a little Hydra on there, make them bigger. Maybe we got something cooking here, huh? Although I kind of want to get the unsealing going before the Hydra, but we'll see. Oh wow, you end up getting 3 for that, huh? That's pretty good. Well, maybe now I want to stay back, huh? Oh, it's only 3? So it reduces kicker too? I guess I don't quite understand why it's only 3, but I like it. Ooh, nice. Give it haste, make it a 7/7 too, huh? It's pretty strong. Plus you buff your whole team somehow? I don't even know how he buffed his whole team. Is it this thing? Why did these turn into 2/3s? I need to figure that out. So whenever you cast a spell and when it attacks, I see. Now it makes sense. Wow, pretty brutal. Guess I'm super dead on turn like 4 or something. All right. Let's go to the next one here. What do we got? Sideboard plan. Thief of Existence does not currently have any targets. I guess it could hit this. Huh. What did I take out last time? Let's take out the Thief for more expensive stuff, but they're playing aggro. I don't know if that's a good idea. Am I doing Thief of Existence? I mean, Actually, Mogmob looks good. Yeah. All right, let's just keep it the way it is, I guess. I mean, it's a tough match against aggro. He had a really pretty fire turn progression too. Obviously want to play first. Yeah, this is good. Because then we get, yeah, this is nice actually. We get to do it that heralds you into Incubator, into Lurker, potentially, which is pretty strong. So we just want to make sure we don't sack that yet. Oh, that's nice too, even though we don't quite have the mana for it yet. That's okay. So we'll do it that heralds the end. Then we can do Incubator into Lurker, maybe. Still need a land, but that's a land. All right, so at least we have Lurker next turn. I have to pay 3 life for it currently, but that's doable. I'm willing to do that. Oh, this gets our green mana too. That's nice. How did I cast this? How did it cast this for 3? I'm confused. Wow. So Incubator makes my opponents... All right, now that I know that, probably shouldn't play that spell. I'm just not used to spells that affect my opponent too. I guess I could have waited for the unsealing. Yeah, I probably should have in hindsight. But I don't even have blue mana, so I guess that wasn't an option. And I need blue and green currently. I guess I need green first so I can do Thief. Although Thief can't eat anything currently, so I don't know if that matters. So maybe the blue mana is the better one first, so I can actually do the... Ooh, well, now I want an untapped green mana so I can actually eat this. Alright, well, Null Drifter's pretty sweet. So let's get in for... Guess you can get in for 8. No death touch, right? No. And then we'll just do a Null Drifter. Surprised they took it, honestly, but that's alright. So they can cast Skoa if I do the Null Drifter. Yeah, that's a little... But I'm still drawing cards off of it. That's fine. Because I want to hit my land drop here too. I wonder if I should have actually... Yeah, you know what? Well, I got the green mana, so it kind of worked out, but... Oh, and it's a 5/5. Never mind. That's It's way better. And I can do Thief of Existence and eat their Hunger Tide. Let's do that. Let's do that. Alright. So now I can do Nyxborn Hydra on the Lurker next turn. And that puts him in a tougher spot, I would say. But yeah, Incubator's quite a bit worse when your opponent is running Eldrazi as well. So I guess I should have been more cognizant of that. That may just be poor enough where I probably shouldn't be running it. Problem is, I don't even know if I have anything else I can run in its place. Hydra on Lurker is going to be amazing too, with Reach, Trample, and Vigilance. All right. We've got a pretty sweet little aggro build. All right, so we'll land, we'll do the Hydra, bestowing for 4 on Lurker. And then we'll get in with Null Drifter plus Lurker. Annihilate them. They probably just sack a land, I'm guessing. Oh, maybe they can get that back or something, huh? You didn't have to do that extra block. That's a little surprising. Oh yeah, Ember Mage can do it to any target. It's pretty strong. I forgot. I wonder, could I have killed an opponent with Ember Mage at one point? Oh, nice one. That worked great for him. They even had another Ember Mage in hand too, huh? All right, we'll see you for round 3. All right, it's a little slow, but we'll keep it. So we can get our blue mana. And maybe a turn 2 Eruption just to hit our land drops without having to pay life. It's going to be a problem. All right. Yeah, I might have to cycle. So I was supposed to play my tap land. I screwed that up. Alright, well, we got an untapped land anyway, so that worked out okay. So the question is, what am I doing here? Guess, am I cycling a lurker? Or would I rather evoke the Null Drifter? I would have to discard. So, could play the Hydra, basically I just get a 2/3, which isn't bad, it actually protects me a little bit. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm gonna do that. Makes them use energy if they want to attack into it. And if they kill it, that's okay too. I'll still play a Oozwag next turn. Just try and survive long enough to see these 7 drops if I can. Alright, they did in fact have removal, so hopefully they don't have another one. We'll find out. Alright, we got the land there, which is good. Do the Oozwag. So now I suppose I can cycle a lurker to do another one the next turn. I might have to do that, especially if they have removal here. If they just want to proactively tap, that's not the worst. That's pretty harsh. Now we're on a 2-turn clock here, so yeah. White Pouncer, well. I think the tap is going to ultimately, they just win off the back of the tapping our 2 dudes down here. So good turn progression again from them. Wonder if I'd maybe rather do black for the early plays here. Basically they just tap our 2 dudes and we die. Alright, so we'll go to game 2 and decide if I'd rather, yeah, you know, I probably have enough late game where maybe I just want to stay busy earlier. Yeah, I could see that. Get off the thief, and then get off green. And then we have 3. So then add a couple black. Oops. 4, 7, 11, 14, 15, 16. 17, so I want maybe one more. 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe another red. 5, 8, 10, 11, 3, 6, 7, 4, 7, 8, and that's 18 lands. Yeah, including the eruption. And then I can guess bring something else in. I really don't want to cast this. Yeah, we just have like no black spells. Guess I could do a dragon. I can do Shrieking Drake for extra into the battlefield effects. I really don't like that. We just don't have enough. I mean, it's reasonably cool with some of this stuff, but I guess with Ember Mage multiple, it's just surviving that long is going to be tricky. That's kind of cool with Visionary, I guess. Extra unsealing value. I just don't have anything else, so I guess that's that. Guess we keep it. Could just get 3 red for build towards a Mog Mob, but I want to cast this invert polarity, so I don't think we're going to do that. All right. All right, Brood Scale. I think I'm actually going to do the Visionary here. Because I want to draw land too. All right, that counts. Oh, Curse Marauder. It's not bad. So I can get my black mana. So I'd have 5 lands. Landscape can get red. Marauder's really not bad. Actually, Shrieking Drake, it might actually be good. Let's keep both of these then. I mean, if Shrieking Drake, I can replay the Visionary. That might just be better. Extra card draw probably makes more sense. I don't progress the board as much as I'd like, but it's acceptable. All right. So you can do Drake, replay, Visionary, plus land. Yeah, I'm okay with that. So go land, Visionary. All right. Unsealing, yeah. What am I playing next turn? I'm leaving up Polarity, so I guess I'd rather have a tap land, probably. I wonder if I have to take a hit here. This Brood Scale adapts 1. Could actually just pay 3 life and jam a commander next turn too. But playing the Marauder and leaving up Polarity is actually really good. I like that. I feel like I would double block the Brood Scale since it's just adapt 1 as well. Oh, it's not the end of the world. Kind of okay with that. I mean, that's okay. Sure. All right. So then we go land, Marauder, sack Drake. So I guess I attack with Drake and then sack it, and then I have a 2/1 blocker. And they're going to have to sack a creature, non-token. So, oh yeah, wait. Attack first here. All right, now we'll do it and leave up Polarity here. All right, so they'll see which one they sack. Hopefully whatever I'm countering on their turn is valuable. Interested. Probably the Brood Scale is what I'm guessing, but we'll see. The Zealot's pretty valuable to him. It's hard. I mean, that's borderline free tap when you have energy. I'm kind of surprised, but they want to go for extra damage, so I guess it's sensible. Oh, and they have to pay for that too. All right. Well, that's cool. So probably countering most things they're playing here. Because I need to use my mana next turn, so. counter that. Definitely would love to get it. Dang. That would have been huge. I mean, that's like... Being able to support with that would have been ridiculous. But that's alright. Still okay. So I can do Eruption tapped, sack landscape plus do unsealing, and that way I can do spawn gain commander. Alright, so we're going to do fissure. I mean, I could pay the... That's true, actually. I could just pay the 3 life, play the commander, but then I don't get the unsealing value, which I don't like that as much. Because I want the unsealing, yeah. We'll have it intertapped. We'll do the unsealing. I think I can afford one more hit, hopefully. So we'll do the unsealing. And then, yeah, we're going to sack the landscape. For another red. I mean, I guess I could jump here. I don't know if I need the Marauder anymore. Do a little damage prevention. I'm not going to be able to use the spawn gain commander, though, if I sack the landscape. That's okay. I assume I'm going to probably draw more lands at some point. Now, I would definitely like the Lurker. Could do the Mog Mob too, but then I don't get the extra blockers. That's tricky. All right. So I'm not even close to, well, I guess I am actually kind of close to Devour. All right. So now we've got some chump blockers. I guess we hope they don't have the Nyxborn Hydra. That's going to make things tough. But next turn I can drop Devourer and exile something. So that's pretty strong. I suppose the Brood Scale. And I get extra cards in my hand. So that's pretty good. We need to just survive here. Yeah, I mean, if they have Hydra, we're pretty much toast, but if they don't, we're looking okay. Hydra's a common, too. That's what's so sweet about it. I definitely think we want to jam Devourer first, though, just because we need to blow something up. Can I guess I can do Devourer plus Mog Mob, right? 3? No, I only have 5. If I draw a land, I guess I can. Because Mog Mob actually looks kind of nice right now, but... It's funny how crazy invert polarity is. It really is like, oh, they did have it? Why would they... How in God's name did they... That's really surprising that they tanked on that. Like, how is that not the literal most obvious play you could possibly imagine? I guess we can throw a commander in front of it and just take 5, I guess. Okay, so we do this. all the 7 drops and then our 3 drops. We have 2, 4, 5, 6, 10. Yeah. Awkward. All right, so we do this. I don't want to tap all my red. 3, 4, 5, 6. What am I trying to draw? I guess I could draw like a party thrasher or something. So, oh, well, guess I just exile the Hydra then. And then we did get land plus Thrasher. Yeah, that's pretty good. So, I mean, there's anything to the face and we die, but hopefully they don't have anything. If they have removal for Devour, it's not the end of the world. We just got a grip full of 7 drops. Flyer's kind of a big deal, but I can kill it with Ember Mage, so I guess we're okay. Really? Huh. No trample. Surprising. All right, so we'll do we're using all our mana this turn, so it's funny. Thrasher's amazing, and I kind of don't even need it. Still want to leave up probably red for like Void Pouncer or something else, maybe. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll do Ember Mage. And then kill Auxiliary. And go land. And I think I actually attack here. Because I'm at 2 life, so there's just so many things that kill me that I feel like I kind of need to get in there. Oh, Apprentice is cool. I'll keep the Lurker. Wonder if I just cast Null Drifter, so I have like a flying blocker. Maybe it doesn't even matter. I draw 5 cards off of it, but sacrifice another creature. We do gain X life, draw X cards. Wow, that's cool. There's probably a lot of things that kill us. Do I want to deck thin? Probably. that Herald's is pretty sweet. I can do Null Drifter. So let's get in with Ember Mage and Devourer, and then we'll drop Null Drifter. That's fine. I have a feeling they're gonna kill us on their turn, but what are you gonna do? We'll just get a flyer, I guess. Seven cards left? Jeez. Mog Mob can deal 3 to them too. That's sweet. Alright. I don't even have enough deck left to cast these lurkers. Or truths, really. Probably the Drifter, I'm guessing. So we'll kill the tapper here. Do Ember Mage. Tapped all my red mana, huh? Let me see. Well, it's not ideal. So if I cast this, I'm drawing 3. That takes me at 3 cards left. It doesn't give me a ton of turns, but I think we're gonna go for it here. Oh, it does trigger that, that's true. Can't draw any more cards. Multiples, huh? It's pretty sweet. Two cards left, huh? All right. Let's get this and this and this. We can sack those. Just get in with those. We've got not so many turns left, but that's all right. I can deal 3 to his face with Mog Mob. That's important to note too. So we'll kill the Zealot. Which is fine. Oh, and then we can do Mob. And kill Elk. And that. And we'll go land and pass. And then we've got invert polarity, so hopefully that's good enough here. We basically just don't counter anything that doesn't kill us. Getting that back doesn't really matter, I don't think. Let's say they have, because they didn't cast it, so then they only have 3 blockers for our million attackers here. So they block my biggest 3 dudes. They're at 11. So they block my biggest 3. They take 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it's not enough. Maybe I do need to invert it. Block my 2 biggest, take 1, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, it's lethal, but it depends on what they have. Oh, I guess I can cycle the... No, can I cycle the Lurker? I guess I can. And then I have 1 card left to draw. Okay. Guess I should have, that's alright. Should have thrown the simulacrum, but that's okay. Alright. Kind of barely got there, but did get there. The black plan, I don't know. It works, but would I rather do green? I mean, I was missing Hydra that whole game when we had him up against the ropes, but we just need early plays. They're gonna. If we can survive to late, we don't even need the trample. So I like that Apprentice and Nightblade kind of just offer us some additional means of winning in the late game. Thief of Existence is not bad against Static Prison, but that's like it. All right. I don't know what to say. We got to run it back. It's just a tough match if we can't survive, and still challenging match if we survive, but doable, obviously. So we have a turn 3. Well, we have a turn 2 It That Heralds the End. I guess that's not bad. Oh, so now I can sack this for well, red or black at some point, but for now we'll just drop I guess we need 2 blue for the. All right, we'll do this first, and then turn 2 It That Heralds. I mean, we also just want to trade early if possible. Yeah. So I'm willing to trade. I'm okay with that if I have to. And they did it, so we'll take it. All right. Pretty tough draws there. Looks like it's going to be GG's here. Now I can't leave up invert polarity, so I guess we're chumping Hexgold Slith and hopefully inverting polarity, a removal spell. And they also just don't have to cast anything. I mean, we won it. It worked pretty well. Worked really well, actually. Does it go back under there? It goes under our control, right? This is a easy trade. They don't get it, do they? I hope we get it. Oh, good. Oh, good. That's wonderful. All right. That was huge. That was just huge. So now we'll do this and pass. And probably blow up their flyer, and then Ember Mage will blow up the Slith, I guess. I mean, we still actually need to rip. We have just a grip full of lands right now, so we need to rip actual gas, or we still don't have a chance, but gotta go for it. I mean, right now, Simulacrum blocks Slith and blows up Auxiliary. We don't even take damage. That's pretty smooth. And then we get to go Ember Mage, blow up Slith, which is also smooth. Okay. Yeah, that's not actually a great draw when you don't have any colorless mana, but whatever. These are both the void too. It's kind of funny. This can't actually, and you have to exile something, so that's funny. All right, we'll go to 1. All right. All right. Ended up going 1-2, so not terribly good performance, but you know, we didn't really have anything early and got beat by aggro twice. So there you have it. Let's see if we get a pity pack. All right, pack 1, pick 1. Curse Mirror enters. Become a copy of any creature on the battlefield until end of turn, except that has haste. And it ramps for red. May have to become a copy of any creature on the battlefield until end of turn, except, I mean, that's cool. Kozilek's Command. Create a bunch of Eldrazi, and it's instant. And it's Kindred. Scries X, then draws. Exile target creature with mana value X or less, or exile. I mean, it's a sweet card. And you choose 2. So that's really, yeah, I'd probably take Kozilek's Command. That seems like a really nice one. All right. Let's see. 3 mana, 3/3. Look at the top card of your library. Anytime you can cast creatures from the top of your library. Tap 2 untap creatures you control. Reveal a card from your hand or the top card of your library. If you reveal a creature card, put it onto the battlefield. Wow. That's sweet. That's a fun one. Deluge is amazing too, board wide, but this is a crazy strong mythic. Playing creature spells out the, I mean, this both cards are game winning, I suppose, but this one seems particularly busted. Free creatures off the top potentially is really nice. On top of the just being able to cast creatures in general from the top. Yeah, I'd probably take the mythic there, I think. Deluge is amazing too, though, especially in a Eldrazi format. All right, Flare of Malice, 4 mana instant. Sack a non-token black creature rather than pay the spell's mana cost. Each opponent sacks a creature or planeswalker with greatest. So you get their biggest thing. But, well, and you can get it for free if you sack a black creature. That's a reasonable rare, actually. You get their biggest creature for, or you can just hard cast it for 4. And it's instant. Yeah, I suppose I'd take it. Bypasses tokens too, which is nice. Yeah, Signature Slam's good too. I guess I'd go with the rare. Let's see. This Glimpse was way better than I realized. If any of those cards remain exiled. So it's 3 mana for 3 Eldrazi potentially. At worst, it's really good. Conduit Goblin. This card's cool. Good beat card. Mace has Cascade, but probably don't want that. And then Travelers, Land, Afterlife. Kind of feeling the Glimpse after seeing it in action. It's either free spells or free blockers. Not free, but 3 bodies, blocks that also ramp in red. It's pretty good. Kozilek's Unsealing was good at times. It just wasn't good when you're getting beat down quickly. 2 mana, 2/2 flying. First strike, when it enters, disrupt to 1 target non-basic land. Its controller may search your library for a basic, put it on the battlefield. All right. It's okay. I mean, it's 2 mana, 2/2 flying first strike, so you probably just take it for that reason alone, but yeah, otherwise Consuming Corruption's kind of cool. And yeah, the Unsealing. Yeah, I guess I go with the Phantom. All right. We can look at our 1 Outlaws pack too. See what the rare is. Just everything's multi-rares these days. That Roxanne was so good. Such a strong card. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for tuning in, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you for the next one.